So welcome to another video, and I'm in the village of Bishop Middleham. And look at this nice street. This is Church Street, and over here must have been a pub called the Dun Cow. Obviously it's someone's house now. It's a bit of a shame. That's quite nice, that house on the end there. St Garth House, I think it says. These cottages as well, very nice. That's a nice pad as well. That's a Solace house. Whoa. So while we climb this little street up to the church, might as well tell you that Bishop Middleham, it's very near Sedgefield. It's very near the A1. I can faintly hear it as well. It's probably not too far from Ferry Hill and Spennymoor as well. Some lovely houses. That one's called the Hall over there. Wow. And this is the pathway to the entrance of St Michael's Church here. And it does date back to the 11th century at some point, I think. And here it is to the front, but to the left. So some information about Bishop Middleham then. So it says it was one of the main residences of the bishops of Durham from the 12th to the end of the 14th century. Middleham is an Anglo-Saxon place name of the 9th or 10th century, meaning middle village or farm. I may have been slightly out on those dates for St Michael's Church, but it says here a Norman church enlarged in the 13th century, and there was a cross that was part of the arms of Bishop Anthony Beck, and it can be seen below the bellcote at the west end. Another quite posh residence, Castle View, with a dog that's looking a bit curious at me. And that's a nice view coming down the hill. That's brilliant, isn't it? And there was evidence of occupation which dates back to the Neolithic or Bronze Age, and evidence of the Romans being here at one point as well, because certain artefacts have been found over the years in Bishop Middleham. Now this is Palmer's Terrace, walking up this hill here, and these terraced houses are really well up my street, pardon the pun. Check this guy out, he's using an old telephone box as a wood and log store. Ha. And we're coming to the top of this road now as it goes out into a country road leading out, and there's more houses than you think. In fact, there's a population of about 1,300 here. And from the top of the hill there's open fields, and you can see the A1 pootling past. And this is Bank Top. Nice cottages. And this is looking down onto the village from Bank Top. It's the village store and post office. And there's some more information about the village here. It says there's a long tradition of brewing beer in the village. By the 19th century, a large brewery had developed on this site using spring water from the bottom of the slope in front of you. And it gets even better, this place, because there is the Cross Keys pub. And that house says the old brewery house. Well, you've got bus services to Ferry Hill. I don't know if there are bus services to anywhere else from Bishop Middleham. And that's Kirtley Terrace, and this leads into Hawthorne Terrace. Actually, these houses are really nice. And there's a plaque here at the end of North View that says, in Bishop Anthony's time, Middleham Castle is described as a fortress of the First Order. And here's a statue or a commemoration of the bishops, I think. There's a Ranulph Flambard and the guy Hugh de Pudsey says in brackets. Anthony Beck, a bit more straightforward name that one. And Thomas Hatfield. Now if you're thinking Bishop Middleham looks inviting, does that place, how much is it to live there? Well, I've looked on Zoopla and there's not much, because I saw one for 158 and one for 225, which seems like a reasonable price to live around this area, to be honest. But there's not a lot there. A couple of mildly humorous names for streets here. That's Perm Terrace, and someone has attempted to put an S in front of the Perm, and the cows might not be safe on Roast Calf Lane. And as we head back down Main Street. The Cross Keys is looming up. I'm going to check if it's open, and if it is, I'm going to get myself a pint. Well, I have to say, I've never been here before. I didn't know what to expect, and I'm rather impressed, to be honest with you. I think it's a really nice place here. And there's the pub I've just been to, which was very good. Decent pint in there. It's got a post office. It's got a bus service to Ferry Hill. Nice houses. Those terraced houses on the Palmer's Terrace, they were my favourites, by the way. Could I live in Bishop Middleham? Yeah, I could indeed. And I'm going to give it 9 out of 10.